As Christians, we face the daunting task of evangelizing about Jesus Christ to the entire world, but doing so isn't always so easy. Let's say this container is the world. This water represents the vast amount of unbelievers who need to know the Word of God. And this oil represents Christians. The views of Christians and those of the rest of the world don't mix well, just like oil doesn't mix well with water. Yet God tells us to go and make disciples of all nations. So, how do we do that? For many of us Christians, the idea of mixing with the beliefs of the secular world is scary. We fear that any contact with the sinful world may cause the elements of our faith to break down and even disintegrate. This fear can leave us content to stay apart by ourselves, where we feel safe. But God's directive requires interaction, which means we have to shake things up a bit. To step out of our comfort zones and reach out to people who don't believe what we believe and who don't share our values. This doesn't mean we are to become water. Rather, we are to retain the properties that identify us as oil and rely upon the power of God to protect us and keep our faith intact until He one day separates us from the world completely and takes us to Himself in heaven. But He doesn't want us to just sit and wait for that glorious day. He wants us to shake things up a bit. My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one. They are not of the world, even as I am not of it. As you sent me into the world, I have sent them into the world.